Trump's immigration chaos is falling apart, and even his own base is furious. Listen up. What we used to call immigration policy under Trump has now turned into one of the biggest political scandals of his presidency. This isn't just another story about border politics. This thing is unraveling for real. Here's the breakdown of what's going down and why it matters. Trump's mass deportation plan is collapsing. Trump launched what he claimed would be the biggest deportation effort in U.S. history. Thousands of federal agents deployed to Minnesota to carry out raids and arrests. This operation was supposed to show strength and get headlines. Instead, it blew up in his face. But after massive public backlash, including protests and tragic deaths during enforcement raids, the administration was forced to make major pivots. This wasn't a small slip. It was a full-blown political fire drill. Even MAGA is mad. Here's the really striking part. Trump's own supporters aren't happy. Hardline MAGA loyalists, the same people who cheered deportation rhetoric for years, are now openly revolting, calling Trump's attempts to de-escalate a betrayal of his core promise. They didn't sign up for half measures and political wrangling. They wanted brutal enforcement. And now that Trump is trying to calm things down, they're furious. This is a big deal. It's not just a media narrative. This is a base that was loyal, enthusiastic, and politically mobilized, now publicly griping and second-guessing their champion. Trump dumps Noam, brings in Homan. In a dramatic shakeup that should tell you all you need to know, Trump publicly rebuked Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and sent his longtime rival, Tom Homan, to take direct control of the chaotic Minneapolis immigration operation. That's not a normal leadership swap. That's damage control in real time. Noem was basically the face of the hardline crackdown. Trump yanked her and said, "Here's the guy who can fix it," signaling that the old strategy failed spectacularly. Protesters, public outrage, and legal chaos. Outrage over federal immigration enforcement in Minneapolis didn't stay in activist circles. It erupted into real protests and even sparked broader movements. Ordinary citizens, labor unions, and community groups have called for strikes and massive pushback against ICE tactics and federal raids. And that's not just a few angry tweets. This is people in the streets, organizing, speaking out, and demanding accountability. Trump can't even spin his own script. Instead of sticking to a consistent narrative, Trump's White House has sent mixed signals, first doubling down, then hopping on calls with Democratic leaders, then claiming to de-escalate. It's like watching someone wrestle with a policy they can't even define. Worst of all, after 2 protesters were killed by federal agents, Trump didn't take responsibility, and instead let his deputies and spokespeople scramble to explain away shootings that have sparked nationwide outrage. Pop culture is even mocking this. Look at how ridiculous this has gotten. Late-night satire shows are now mocking the whole immigration operation, a sure sign that a serious political issue has crossed into widespread public ridicule. When comedy starts leading the conversation, your political strategy isn't working anymore. Bottom line, it's not just politics, it's a breakdown. Put it all together. A deportation effort touted as a cornerstone of Trump's agenda has turned into a political mess. MAGA loyalists are mad at Trump for appearing to pull back. Federal leadership has been publicly reshuffled. Ordinary Americans are outraged and organizing. Protests, legal challenges, and criticism are spreading across the country. And the administration's response looks like a sputtering, reactive stream of damage control. This isn't policy. This is chaos dressed up as policy. The worst part, Trump still claims he's winning, even as everything falls apart around him. Now friends, if you found this breakdown useful, leave a like. It really helps the channel. And if you want more deep dives into US politics, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one.